enjoy that rivalry, basically. On est très content d'avoir cette rivalité avec les Français, mais merci de nous avoir soutenus sur cette game face à Falcon. De nous avoir soutenus sur cette game face a Falcon. Y después ha sido un año difícil para ti y para tus compañeros también, pero ya sabes, ahora estás logrando el mejor éxito de Heretics en la escena de COD, este top 2 mínimo en la IWC. ¿Cuáles crees que fueron las llaves del suceso después de este año difícil?
Pues sí, como tú bien dices, ha sido un año muy difícil para nosotros, en especial para mí mentalmente. Pero después de todo esto ha merecido la pena. Hemos puesto lágrimas y sudor en hacerlo lo mejor posible, tanto en el Mundial como aquí, y se están notando los resultados.
Y lo has mostrado aquí, ahora en París. So yeah, it has been a tough year for you guys, and everyone is cheering, of course. It has been a tough year for you. What do you think were the keys for success? We have shed tears. We felt shit. I felt shit mentally, and we had, to get back to the track and get work on it. But I'm really proud of what we have reached now. Y Metals, has jugado increíble ese torneo, en serio. Y toda la gente está diciendo que estás el X Factor de tu equipo, pero yo creo que tú me explicas porque tú piensas que estás un gran jugador.
Yo creo que soy el X Factor debido a que suelo hacer bastante el trabajo sucio, y este torneo estoy jugando bastante mejor porque hablamos que nuestros AR se metieran más al punto y dejaran correr a los SMGs, y yo creo que por eso tanto Real como yo estamos jugando de esta manera.
Y más juntos también es lo que parece en esa escena. So yeah, everyone is saying that you're the X factor of the team. Can you tell me why do you think you're a great player? I have indeed been playing way better on this tournament, and recently also us as a team, we've fixed some issues also on our AR and making sure that we're always together. So of course I am very proud of what we've done, and I think you're very right to be proud of what you have done, because great players get to crush keys here at the WC. Adelante, vamos juntos. You're gonna break the key of Falcons just here. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, to be honest.
And I think you've deserved it with that 4-0. After that beef with the Falcon boys, of course. Mesdames et messieurs, this is very meaningful. Falcons out here on COD with those championship points that would have mattered so much. But no, this is a Spanish win here in Paris to the finals. Metals, enhorabuena una vez más. En serio, qué increíble. Vamos a ir con tus fans aquí. Yo creo saber qué tal con los jugadores de Falcons. Yo tenía un poco miedo al final del partido. ¿Qué tal las cosas?
Bien, simplemente ellos hablaron mierda cuando ganaron su partido, y pues nosotros hemos hablado de vuelta, es lo que hay.
Y es el juego también. So yeah, how are things with the Falcon boys? I got a little bit scared at the end of the game. Everything is all right. They just talked shit when they won, so we just talk shit back, and I think that's also part of the game. Y última pregunta, last question. We're going to keep it in English because the world is watching you, Metals, and I'm sure that you know that. What do you want the world that is watching you to know about you, your team, Team Heretics, ahead of the finals?
I think we're going to beat them like 5-2. I think we deserved it last year to win the tournament, the whole tournament. We choked last year and we're not going to choke again.
You're not going to choke again. This time is going to be the right one. Vous l'avez compris, cette année on va pas choke. On est là pour gagner, on va le faire. 5-2, je pense, en finale, et ça va être évidemment mémorable. Muchas gracias por esa entrevista una vez más. And don't go anywhere because the main event is about to start. 100 Thieves versus Optic after a short break. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much, Lou, and congratulations to the Heretics. This is the highest placement we have ever seen from a player from Spain. This is the guaranteed highest placement in Heretics history. Their first grand finals. They finished on the podium with third place last season. Now they are guaranteed second place, $320,000, and are in the running for the 600 grand and the title of EWC champion.
And what a story this shapes up to be for them, right? Because of the way that their season ended last year and they come go into this one, they start making some roster changes. Those don't end up panning out. They have a good online stage. They perform lackluster at LAN, and now near the tail end, they get a redemption opportunity. They get their revenge now against the Falcons. I've been giving them trouble all season long. One of the only teams to match them when it comes to the pace in some of these respawns, and now they're in their first grand final ever for another opportunity.
Let's talk about the closer of this game here, 221-217. How did you see the Miami Heretics close it out?
Yeah, I mean, these guys, just beautiful gameplay, Chris. At times I question their efficiency. Multiple times, not having spawns inside of the P2, holding it from the front. It required a break in the very end, and it's only right that it ends on this hill. It's quite poetic. Real coming in, making a huge play for the final cleanup. This Heretics team here to play.
And then watch the reaction. What sparked the beef between MacArthur and Rancor? Well, Celium didn't like the fact that this man jumped out of his seat, threw off his headset, and sprinted across the stage. I felt like I was watching the UFC here, Nameless.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the energy here.
Listen,
Now, this all started when the Falcons beat the Heretics earlier in this tournament, and you just heard from Metals, Falcons let the Heretics know that they were on the losing end of that first fight.
100%, and they beat them at champs as well, Chris, so this was pent up. And if you saw before the match, and here's the push as you see.
Get out of my face. Don't touch me, man.
Getting spicy on that stage.
Hey, brush your teeth. No, you brush your teeth.
They had the showdown, the face-off before the match as well. Rencor was all business. He had something up his sleeve, and you sometimes got to let the opposition know.
I will say, if my big brother was in the audience, I would feel a little extra special on that stage as well to do it in front of the family. Congratulations. You know this moment meant everything, and I love the fact that it's not Super. It's not Rancor given the honor to crush the key. They are giving it to the vet. He played alongside Lucky, who is now coaching. Metals has always been that X factor. He's had an insane ceiling. Now he's bringing consistency at a $1.8 million Call of Duty tournament, Ant.
Yeah, and listen, the reason is because this Miami team have never played efficient COD. It seemed like at times Super, Rencor, kind of playing for themselves. You're seeing now with all the pressure after bringing in Real, the community completely flipped on this roster. These guys are finally playing for the win. The kills don't matter, and now Metals can shine. I think that's the reason he's having his best tournament that we've ever seen.
Ali, I got to ask you, in this one, it looked like Super or Real had a better game. Who do you think is the front runner for MVP if it comes from the Heretics?
Oh, man, that's a hard one. It makes me want to lean Real because of how consistent he's been all weekend long, but the Super Snipes being brought back this weekend has turned their S&D completely around to what we saw at the beginning of the season. So I think it is neck and neck between these two. If I had to pick one right now for Impact, I would pick Real, but Super is right there behind him.
Yeah, I'm going to go Super because of the overload, right?
There we go.
You know, it's 2-0. We get to that overload. He pops, take massive spawn kills, and look at them breezing through this bracket, find themselves in a grand final.
Heretics are the first into our grand final. They're guaranteed $320,000, a whole bunch of club championship points, but the real question is, who will they face? We find out after this with 100 Thieves taking on Optic Gaming.
Absolutamente. Se me ha abierto. Van a hacer hay una de frente, hay gente de frente. De frente,
dos fondos. Los dos, bien,
tú, no hacen tip izquierda, no tip.
Sí. No,
Dale. Voy por Saidor. Saidor. Y otra más cajas, una bala cajas. Y el otro de cara, fueron los dos. Otro más cajas. Sal de cara. Saidor.
vamos. No, tú, chill. Tú.
What's up, everybody? I was in the crowd, and you know I had to talk to our amazing cosplayers out there. Can you see the detail and the love put into every piece of fabric? I mean, ladies, y'all look absolutely phenomenal. Maya, I mean, how long did it take to put this cosplay together?
Not as long as you may think, because there's many pieces that I bought, and because we had to get ready really fast for this event. But it was really a good time making it, yeah.
Even though you got ready fast, there's still a lot of detail in it. It looks amazing. I mean, Emily, how long have you been cosplaying, you know, and doing this?
I've been cosplaying since 2013.
Okay.
And I did this costume only for the EWC. I did it in 5 days, so it was quite a rush.
And we look at this one right here. I mean, who are you cosplayed as, Alex?
I'm cosplaying Samantha Maxis, who's basically a very narrative character. I like her a lot because we can see her in a lot of different opus of Call of Duty, mainly Black Ops, with the all zombie stories, and she's mainly at first antagonist, and then she became an ally. That's quite blurry, but I really love that deepness of her personality.
Oh my God, you can see it in the outfit too, her whole personality. Like you just got in a fight with some zombies just a few seconds ago. Now, we got some ghosts, a squad of ghosts, and I gotta talk to the captain here. I mean, how long have you boys been trooping for?
So I was goes only for 2 weeks. So let's say 2 or 3 weeks. We especially made those for the EWC, of course, to share it with the fans. So
I mean, y'all look really seasoned. You could have told me 2 years and I would have believed you guys. I mean, have you got a chance to watch some of the Call of Duty action? Are you guys supporting any teams in specific?
not any teams in specific. I think we think every team here deserves to be here, and everyone is really putting on a good show. So it's really a pleasure to see all these elites playing out these missions. So yeah, it's a great pleasure, and we are pushing for everyone.
I mean, we love it, all right? You are a group of elites. We appreciate you holding it down in the crowd for us as we are watching all of these amazing matches. I mean, look at them right here. You guys gotta love this, right? What's up, everybody? I'm back in the crowd, and we need to do our pick'ems for the next series. I'm totally undecided on what's about to happen. It's Optic Gaming versus 100 Thieves, and make sure you download the EWC app and join us in our pick'ems. Now, I got a crowd expert here with me on this matchup. I mean, fella, 100 Thieves, Optic, we've seen this matchup before. Where do you think this is going to go?
I mean, at the start of the weekend, I'm an Optic fan myself, so at the start of the weekend, a bit shaky, but after yesterday's performance against FaZe, I mean, if we come out shooting like that today, I mean, it's a sweep.
It's a sweep. It's like, who can stand in y'all way, you know?
Yeah, I agree completely.
They absolutely turned it around. What do you think was that turning point for them in that matchup?
I don't know. I think, obviously, the first half play was a close one. I think once we got that through the door, and then the search, I mean, going 4-0 up, getting some confidence and closing that out, I think search has been our issue, all year. So closing that one out, I think that just gave the boys even more confidence for the overload. And then, obviously, the closing half point, 100-point club. Come on.
Come on now, okay? Those boys are on fire. Let us know your picks in the chat. The match is about to get started.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are gearing up for what is the most anticipated rematch of the tournament. 100 Thieves and Optic Gaming met up on day number 2. That was the matchup of the group stages. At the end, it was Optic having to fight for their lives through the elimination bracket. Thieves had an earlier seed into the playoffs. Now, they're fighting for a spot in the grand finals. This is between two tournament winners. They're huge juggernauts. How excited are you for this matchup?
Can't wait. This is going to be a classic. Then again, we said that yesterday about Optic and FaZe, and they got belted. But I think that Thieves have something to offer on this one. Again, Scrap and Cole looking great, bouncing back from champs. And Neum, boy, has been a superstar.
We'll argue whether or not the right side of the stage is going to win this match in just a second. But first, Rosalie, some people out there are very excited about the club championship.
Oh, yeah.
One of them is my friend Fancy, as he knows the Falcons are out of his way. Twisted Minds have an opportunity to climb this podium. And more importantly, so do the Thieves. Currently, they're in 10th place. They're already tournament champions. They're eligible to win this club championship. They're chasing juggernauts, though, like AGAL, that had huge wins this week.
Yeah, now with Falcons out on the COD side of things, that is great for AGIL. And on the other side, like you said, with Thieves, just some opportunity to place for some more points and get some more money for their organization right now. And they couldn't be in a better spot. Now the Team Falcons is out of the conversation. They are the best hardpoint team in the building right now. And we saw it versus Optic Texas on that game number 2, on that day number 2, where they were able to handle them in that game 5.
I think on the club championship side as well, we've still got Heritage. Just creeping up the board a little bit, off on that right-hand side.
Little by little.
So you never know. You never know. Could do something incredible for the Spanish organization. But yes, wonderful to see people taking it to the Falcons. Obviously, it was Team Liquid last year. AGAL leading a lot by the end of this week is insane stuff.
We get a chance to see the rookie who is in the MVP conversation. Neum is going up against some of the other great ARs. You also have Scrap and Hydra in the building. Who's the biggest superstar? Star on this stage right now, Ali, if you're looking at 100 Thieves?
I'm looking at Hydra. I think if you're asking the crowd and from the number side of things, he's been playing electric all weekend long. He is in the top fire slayers of Hardpoint right now, rocking with a 1.3. He has just been unbelievable all around. And even when you move over to the S&D, he's sitting right next to Niam as one of the best opening duel winners in the building as well. So if they get in those early gunfights and those early rounds in Search and Destroy, you can expect them to win them.
The Thieves throttled Koi. It was not pretty. Who was the shiniest player in that series, and who are you most excited to watch here on a championship Sunday, knowing we got another best of 7 between these juggernauts?
Feel like I keep banging on about Niam. I think he's still the guy, and I'll come off the back of that series. But I will turn my attention to Scrap. I think that his bounce back has answered a lot of questions for the 100 Thieves. You were a little bit nervous.
You're not worried about 0.6 Scrap?
No, not on this one. Not on this one. I think he's proven that he is back with a bang. And yeah, he knew all the questions coming into this. He no doubt felt that pressure. Got the chance to interview him, talked about it a bit. But as always, he backed himself to deliver here in Paris.
Scrap back to his winning ways. He's been dropping 1.3s, 1.2s. It doesn't matter his opponent. He's playing confident. On the other side of this stage, we have Optic Gaming that is looking the most confident I've seen them in a moment. Why? Well, they just rolled off a 4-0 over the team that won our world championship a few weeks ago. That was a dominant performance. Who was leading the way there, and what have you seen in their win?
And they needed it. For me, it was Mercules and Shotzi. I think overall, during the entirety of the series, they closed that out with 1.2s, but also you got incredible moments out of Dashy as well in that phase series. And so I think if you're an Optic fan, you needed this just because of the way the weekend started for you. Search and Destroy already came out shaky. You were losing a couple of HPs, and now you get an opportunity at a revenge match versus the 100 Thieves, one of those teams that give you struggles in those respawns. They needed that 4-0 versus FaZe. As far as momentum goes, Enigma.
Sort of been nice, but you know, maybe we can change the story of how they think of us throughout the year with this event.
I mean, you guys definitely can. And then even next year with the new game, it'd be nice to get that 4th ring, some of those rings with a boots on the ground game. But as someone who has been in these big moments, in these championship situations, you know, what would you tell your players in a situation as they get ready to go play 2 of the biggest matches of their career?
I mean, just go out, have some fun. That's what I've been telling them. I mean, it's the last event of the year. You know, nothing after this matters. So, like we said going into the event, I mean, you said, you know, we started off a little slow, and, you know, we might have, but the tourney started yesterday for us. It's the final day.
It's the final day, and what matters is now. Greenwall, get ready, because Optic Gaming is ready to play.
It's the final day, unfortunately, in 2026. Championship Sunday has been a nightmare for Optic outside of their one tournament. We take a look at their maps and modes, and Ali, well, tell me about the last time they played 100 Thieves. Was it Search that was the problem? Because that's what cost them in a Game 5 earlier in group stages.
As much as I wish I could say it was Search, it was actually the hard points, just because of how important they are for this series. 100 Thieves, a little bit of an edge here. They're going to get that Den hard point once again, which is one of Optic's favorites, but they lost it to Thieves back in that day number 2, and then that Scar opening hard point is a must-win for Optic Texas, one of their best hard points on the season. Maybe an opportunity for them early.
Enigma, who's got the edge in your eyes? We got about 40 seconds before this match kicks off.
I'm going to go with Thieves on this one. I think the map mode set does lean a little bit in the hard points towards Optic early, but I think that you end up with that situation. Last time these two teams played, there was 7 points in it. I think that Thieves have come into this looking extra impressive in their respawn, in their hard points, in particular. Hydra and Nehemiah putting out masterclasses, and then I think you get it done in 6 if you are Thieves, but it's a tough prediction, if anything. Ali, 82% of the fans were wrong when they picked the Falcons last match. 72% of the fans are leaning with Optic this match. How do you feel they're going to play?
I feel like they might get a little upset. I'm going to go with Thieves in this one.
Game is ready. So are we. Let's set it down to the stage for the second semifinal.
In Paris, we are learning so much here on Championship Sunday, but I think the key message that I'm taking away is there is no scene in the world like Call of Duty.
Non, les choses commencent à chauffer ici à Paris, vous l'avez vu. Heretics sont en grande finale et pour moi, c'est largement grâce à vous. It was unexpected to see Heretics in the finals, but what is there to be expected is another banger, another rematch, another revenge here at the top of Call of Duty.
Absolutely, we're about to witness the EWC defending champions step onto this stage, hopefully to continue their journey to reclaim what is theirs.
Ian, aren't you going to welcome the teams?
Let's bring them out. It's Optic! Optic woke up yesterday with one piece of unfinished business. By dinner, it was finished. The world champions who took their rings in Vegas, 4 maps, see you later. But there's still one blemish on Optic's week in Paris, one loss, and they're looking at avenging it here in the semis.
And against them, les sans voleurs, 100 Thieves. 4-0 over movie star Koi, clean, ruthless. Exactly what a roster with superstars should look like when champs are so fresh and stings in the memories. With a fresh and a French prince, they are ready to hit the stage and to take that win and steal all of the crown's jewels.
Big fight feel here in Paris. One team wants the double, the other wants the last word. 100 Thieves, Optic Gaming, let's run it back.
We're getting ahead of a rematch here, boys. I know that you guys are very good friends, but I want to ask you, Idra, would you rather hug him or beat him today?
Beat him today.
How are you going to do that?
Just run at him.
Another day at the office. What about you, Dashi, of course? Are you going to diff him this time? What's going to be different?
I'm hoping for a different result this time.
What is going to be different? Tell me about it.
I'm hoping I get the 4 maps first.
Yes, let's see if that's gonna happen. Last handshake, boys, before you get back to the team. That one is gonna be a banger. It's Optic versus 100 Thieves.
I'm at a few words unless he's on his own stream. But Dashi, absolutely correct. I'm going to be the first of 4. Hydra will simply run at him, and we'll see what kind of results that gameplay yields. Excited is an understatement to watch these two teams do it again. Miles the Chance here with you for Optic Gaming, taking on 100 Thieves.
Maybe Dashi just wants to speak in-game more than the interview, but yeah, incredibly well-spoken, hilarious when he wants to be, but in interviews, kind of lame.
Yeah, he's a man of his business.
Yeah.
Bruce is strictly business.
He just wants to shoot his gun.
He just wants to shoot his gun. He's going to wait until the game's over before he gets it out. And whether it's socials or in an interview, we'll see. But for now, it is going to be a treat, ladies and germs. Welcome back to EWC 26. Another match here today. So we've got a third place battle to play for, and our grand finals much later on today. What a glorious time. This is the most COD I've ever watched in a week, ever. And that's saying something because this is the job.
It's a ton of maps. It helps that we've gotten all the ones that go to Game 7 rather than the instant 4-0s. But yes, ton of Call of Duty. It has been a special time. We've turned back the clock on sort of old school Call of Duty vibes. Anytime you see a guy sprinting across the stage, you know you're in for a good day.
And shout out the cardio. It's a big stage. It's not a small amount of ground to cover. So Redcore, fast on his feet. Well, more on that maybe later. More on that in a Tactical Rev video coming your way probably this afternoon. For now, it's all about the game. It's all about Optic fighting for another grand final, fighting for another chance to lift a trophy. Back-to-back EWC winners. What a story that would be. 100 Thieves, how close they have come in the past to lifting that absolutely resplendent, luminous dish. I've heard it called the dinner plate, and that's only because we are indeed eating here, COD fans. Another best of 7, 2 of the best teams in the world. But they're about to go toe-to-toe, tete-a-tete, for our viewing pleasure.
And this is the type of lobby that is a different experience entirely. Very few Call of Duty players over the course of competitive history have experienced a lobby like this. They're playing a different game. The chows are different, the flow is different. It is a unique experience entirely. But when it comes to Hardpoint, when it comes to this Scar, these have been dominant. A 1.16 team KD is fascinating how impressive they have been. Make no mistake, Optic looking to take him down. They got beat, or they beat FaZe on this map yesterday for their revenge. The Scar, it's going to be singing sweet.
They really did smack the snot out of FaZe last night. That was a shocking result. Shotzzy, wow! Take Scrap and Hydra out of action. An unbelievable 2-piece. Hook, there he is, right at it with a 2 of his own. Looking to that P2 as well. Low left-hand side of the map, that's where we're going. Optic with a slight tussle is going to be dashing the man of the interview, taking on Hydra. Hydra indeed does run straight at him. Doesn't yield any great results. Slight lead now for Optic. P2 open for business now.
Liam caused the problem. Yeah, he ends up getting a kill just to kickstart this sequence. Optic read that spawn from start to finish, but he takes a good route, and now it's going to be a little bit mixier. You feel like you're going to have the extra men here if you're Thieves, but Dashy picks you apart. Good for 2. Backs down Neum. Optic will be in the top.
Right up in the front. Right up in the action. Abizi gone. Shotzzy's flanks on Scar yet again yield their results. 3 dead. Relatively close here. 400 Thieves. Abizi and Hook will go toe-to-toe. That fight gets ended very quickly. Next to Native from Merc, and he's doing all the work. That's a lovely 2-piece in the feed. Shotzzy goes up. Neum goes down.
Just a gorgeous P2. Everything goes right. Shotzzy, when the pinches are going great, you know the team's going to have a good time. Dashy lighting the kill feed up at the start of the hill, and his team helps convert into a decent chunk of time. Still trying to drag this pressure for the final few seconds. Thieves are going to get it, but Optic will get to at least the plane first, but they are some men down. Pressure's on.
Speaking of planes, let's go for a check-in with Fly Saudia.
Yo, top broken! Dead!
Option on time!
They're both on time! They're both on time!
Watch out!
Yeah, I heard son of a time! I heard son of a time! Chow these kids!
Yeah, I'm main time.
He's their side time. Top lane,
Yo, chow
dead.
Up to that. More plane side.
Yeah, Neum! Shoot it, baby! Watch your mid! Wait, split!
One more. I gotta stay down.
I think one could be Brutus.
One is up
One yeah, need it. You go middle. Yeah, let's go mid. I'm behind you, mate.
I need one on time.
Yo, what's top blue at BC?
Where?
He's DP2, front head at BC.
Front head dead. One's gonna be top blue for sure.
P1.
On you.
P1 weak Neum. He's Y-wall Neum. There's 2. All there.
Low plane.
Literally low plane. Yeah, low plane.
Okay,
Nice one. Aping this.
I'm nading Y-wall.
Aping this.
Heard you.
Yo, back left corner, Neum.
One's gonna be top blue pillar.
Yeah, two back left. Aim at Neum.
Y-wall.
We're good.
Yeah,
Wait, Y-wall. Y-wall one shot. Abizi.
You're right.
Yeah. Yo, he's still Y-wall. One shot.
Two back right.
Fantastic listening from Optic there. A little bit difficult, and now our connecting flight with Fly Saudi check-in 100 Thieves.
From the top. Yo, Charlie time. Yo, back right. Heard that. Stop. In the back, spawn on me. Yo, stop. Nice. Top on the stairs. Okay. Sorry, Brandon. In the back. Maybe P2. Spawn in the back. Front mail, bullet bird. Where'd he go? I'll keep pushing out.
Just in middle.
I'm holding ticket. I'm holding ticket right now.
P2.
I have ticket. Okay, I'm holding ticket. I have ticket. They could go gate. They could go gate to mid.
What's the left?
I'm holding.
Army dead.
Nice, I'm only holding.
Last one, P2 on me. First door,
Yo, lock the back. Make sure you lock the back. Ticket back.
I have time.
Last two.
Click back down. Yo,
I have no gun. I have no gun.
Right side mid bus. Right side bus.
Paco.
And bus. Nice.
Plane.
I'm trying to
Plane in trench. Plane one trench.
All right, guys. I'm already out.
Yo, I'm unblocking.
We're playing One more plane heady. Brandon plane heady.
Back blue.
Nice. Good job. One more gonna be. One spawn in the back. He's going 18 to top green.
I'm playing back.
Top green weak.
Top green is still there.
What an electric listening from 100 Thieves. The deads were outrageous. The pistol kill even more so.
And on the flip side, I would say Optics listening, not too great, a little bit disconnected, having a couple different ideas to bring into the table, and it is much flowier coming in for 100 Thieves. Neum starting off hot again, 5 spree, Hellstorm secured, 20 kills, leading the lobby. Neum, frankly, in MVP form.
Absolutely working his backside off. 5 spree, Hellstorm, Scrap with Hellstorm as well. So the boys are loaded, the pockets are laden. With more ordnance, you could shake a stick at, whatever that means. Fantastic lead here from 100 Thieves in the second set. Optic now on the attack forward. Eyes on those blue arrows, trying to make their way over towards P2. They've got a bit of a hold, but Scrap has... Oh, yeah, he's come over and ruined it. Here's Neum on the flank, and that's your P2 Thieves.
I mean, they're picking them apart. That was great time on that first tilt. Fully set up on this rotation. And keep in mind, with the Hellstorm in the back pocket for the rotation to P3, they can put the extra emphasis on this time. Ooh. Great damage from Scrap, but no kills. Optic, a little bit of a gift.
Here's the trades. Neum putting the work in. Hydra for another wipe. Optic on the right-hand side of the map. Thieves, I mean, more than a front line right now. Scrap denying all presence. Here comes attack now from Merc. Denied yet again. What a hold from the Thieves.
Yeah, and Neum gives you 2 from time. I mean,
call it, dude. Oh, there's another kill. Goodness, 5. Over the top. Wow, the damage on a Merc who finds a 2-piece. Sign of life here from Optic when they needed it the most.
And this is the moment, though, where Thieves can overcommit towards P2. So 2 of those red arrows making the moves. Hydra's going to be the overseer. They're going to try to fight. And hey, they get those big 5 seconds, but it is just for the setup. You want to have this Hellstorm for the rotation. Number 8 on the minimap is going to be Neum. For the moment, he's chilling, not calling it just yet.
You have so much space to work with. It'll be Scrap causing his Hellstorm. Perfect position to do so. He's going to scatter those players to the wind, but it's Abizi and Hydra who find the kill. So the Hellstorm will connect on a hook unless his teammates get the kill. Changes course immediately in a Shotzzy. Issue after issue for Optic to deal with here.
No, this is, you know, if 100 Thieves have ever had the issues of a slow start for the map 1, that has not been the case here on this Scar. This is sheer and utter dominance. They got the right side spawns, playing heady control. Abizi pushing the distance towards Ticket. He might fall, but still good in the long term. But a little bit of pressure on Scrap. Those blue arrows start to make their move.
You see this in the past. Wow! Ace. Okay. A slow start from the Thieves could spell doom. A hot one will absolutely hurt Optic here. Right-hand side of the map, over to blue. And the Thieves are all over it.
Easy, though. He's going to be the man prowling. Got to be behind the entire squad.
Okay.
There's 1, there's 2, 3 in front. You imagine the trade should be on point. Well, good for that one. Last man standing, Mercules, and Scrap there for the trade. A moment of perfection for 100 Thieves.
Kills are so good right now. Neum! 2-piece. The front side of blue safe. The man on the back line, Shotzzy, getting sneaky. Opens up a window now to work with. Abizi ripped from the window of his own, and now on a time, Optic with the break.
30 seconds left on this time. If you get it all, you might be able to do something interesting. Still have to deal with another Hellstorm in the long term, but back-to-back kills, the potential's here. The P4, P5 rotation is the diabolical one on Scar, but Hydra makes the impact. Optic just falter off the map. Last man falls in extra time collected. It'll be a 100-point lead.
It's a 100-point lead. It's not, well, it's not bad. I mean, you do have Hook spawning on the right-hand side, so not the perfect trap flip in the spawn department. So now an awkward session on the attack towards the new time. Scrap finds himself in the hardpoint first. Abizi spawns close. An attack now for Optic over the plane once again. This is where we saw Scrap with a highlight moment. Can he do it yet again? Neum upstairs. Scrap, Hydra with all the respective kills. 5 in a row now for Hydra. It is an absolute bloodbath. Map 1 Scar. 10 seconds for the win. 100 Thieves have absolutely cleaned house. This has not been close. That is a stamp on the game so far. Thieves take the first.
What an absolute electric performance from the squad. I mean, Miles, I don't know about you, where you casted your votes for the MVP, the Rookie of the Year. I spent 10 to 12 hours just the debate between Neum and Kibbs. Because if you're looking at the stats, Kibbs had them. The deciding factor was Neum's performances in the big moments. How's he doing in the winners finals? How's he doing in the grand finals? How does he do when he's playing the best teams in the world? Well, this is him. That's why he got my vote. Neum against the very best levels his game up. He has been a special player in Black Ops 7.
Change the overload game. Up the Thieves, lift a trophy. Can he do it again here? Wow, highlight moments indeed. Thieves certainly shooting hot. A very, very strong showing. And this two-piece from Scrap, the pistol kill. I mean, it was a single bullet all he needed, but that dead reverberated around the COD world.
And to get a Hellstorm off that pistol kill, that's just one of those sort of flow state moments where you know you're going to win this map. Destructive front, I mean, Optic simply not able to fight back. They were good on the maybe first two hills. Shotzzy started off about 12 and 5. The pinches were feeling good. Dashy lighting up the kill feed, but by the end of it, maybe two players started sitting around that 0.5 territory. They could not keep up with the slag.
They really couldn't keep up at all. And look at the scoreline in game. You kept them at bay. There's an incredibly confident start. And the first of 4 here. This best of 7, I am very, very impressed. Last night's display Optic put on against FaZe was really something of note. Thieves have already started it off strong.
In those 5 clutches for Neum, that was the one sort of weakness he has had throughout this year. Often the player last alive for the team, and he had maybe a 7 to 8% clutch rate towards the bottom of the league. He has figured it out. He has fixed that issue, and he has had some monstrous clutches for his team. If you're looking at the course of the year, Hercules has been one of the best S&D players in the game. Now that his stats are there to match it, him and Neum going toe-to-toe.
One of the most memorable clutches he's had in the match so far. Okay, I'm going to call it. This lad has nearly got, he's got every jersey. He's bought every single jersey. The merch booth here at EWC, they know him by name. They know him by name. We don't. But the lad from Colchester has bought every jersey in the venue.
Yeah, there is no one having more fun than him other than maybe Heretics in that final map.
He thinks it's a 4-1. Our green-haired companion.
He thinks these are going to win that quickly?
Touche, brother. Touche. Right. S&D on its way. God, we're having too much fun in Paris, aren't we? Like a little bit too much.
It's the end of the year.
It's a great way to finish the year.
Yeah.
It's such a great way to finish the year. Esports commentator summer camp. We've been going crazy, chat. It's been fantastic. Can Optic go crazy? Do it for those two. Do it for those two at the very least. Do it for the green-haired fans. Do it for the fans who traveled from the USA. Mostly Thieves fans at that rate. We'll see others. Do it for the lads from Doncaster. They did honestly dye their hair. That's a real commitment. That's not coming out in the wash. Here we go, though. Map number 2. Locking firmly back in as JP leaves the stage. What a lovely, lovely rivalry these two teams have had against each other. And earlier on in this tournament, it was the clutches of Neum that certainly helped them out. That gridlock search and destroy 1v2, magic.
Yeah, the clutches in this tournament from every team have been, one for the ages. Think about Abizi's sort of, overload clutch he had when he was top broken on the gridlock. There's been some wicked work. Clutches have been the deciding factor for many a team here at EWC. We'll see who has the ice in their veins on this map. 100 Thieves attacking first.
To the B-bomb site we go. Dashy. Woo-hoo-hoo! Stun connection there on a BZ. Numbers on the way forward here, the 2-2. Smoke's not going to help Dash out in this case. But he's still got to stay close. If he stays out in that window for too long, you could see Hydra swing mid and cause problems.
There's a stalemate in the middle of the map between Neum and Shotzzy. So this is sort of a game of just who bites first.
Oh, Hydra on the other side of the map.
Hook fell for it. He got in. He made the first move, and he gets punished, and, well, everything falls.
That's it. We're falling to pieces. Dashy's got to make something special happen here. Still doing this alone. Mercury's, oh dear! Scrap knows his old pal's tricks. Holds the pre-aim. Takes care of business through the wall. Mercury's down and out, Thieves up.
I mean, just ironed up. Hydra was laying outside of 10 the entire round. You had Neum posted up on P1, Scrap over towards P2, every single lane covered. Nobody moved. Hook, the first player to get a little too antsy, jumps into 10, gets picked apart, and I mean, the first blood just kickstarts the entire sequence.
Neum with the Neum with the bite on the middle of the map. And Scrap not holding the heady, holding the off angle. Puts Dashy in a world of hurt, and the wall bangs there. It's literally paper here on Den. A free and easy kill. Lovely first round.
And the crowd very much on the side of Hydra for this match. Hydra, as they say in France. And Optic leaning towards A. Neum will be the distant player for 100 Thieves that is ready for the response. He's asked Scrap for some support.
Work down. Good trades here. Hook's getting involved rapidly. Scrap on the contest up close. He definitely saw both of those players. And he's going to go back for it. An unfortunate situation to find himself in. The gunfight not exactly going his way. But you're going to live, and you'll take that. Nade connection. Trying to capitalize on the damage done. It's getting awkward, but it's only awkward for Optic. They're all dead. Through the smoke, Hydra on the defuse.
In round one, it was an overcommitment from Hook that kickstarts the sequence. This time the grenade. Neum gets the first blood. He does his job, traded out, but that grenade is the go button. Let's make this move for the retake. There you go. A couple one-shot kills getting cleaned up. Thieves, great job. All three players grouped up for this one.
And after the hit, it's definitely go. Don't let him regen. This is the advantage. We've got it right now. Even with the smoke, oh wow, a Beezy's kill on a Hook from the hip into the abyss. The Gentlemates have repurposed their chants to suit the Thieves. That is a spectacular level of commitment from the French fan base. There was concerns that they wouldn't stick around. This place is standing room only from where I can see.
Yeah, the French fans have shown they're the best fans in competitive Call of Duty. Scrap, swing and a miss. That's strike one with the snipe.
Strike two.
Strike two.
Okay, strike three, and you got to put it away. Nah, that's not the rules. But we will enforce them. So will Reddit. A-bomb. Getting hot. Getting maybe too hot for Shotzzy to handle. The B-bomb site as well. Look how close it is. That's a naughty spot. Hook. Look at this. Hook on a rock. And look at that. I mean, realistically, not that well camouflaged, but
he's all gillied up.
Our crouching tiger, hidden dragon, and Abizi has not checked it. And he strikes. We'll give him the Oscar. And now we're going to recover that bomb as well. Oh boy, timing, superb. The gunny from Hydra, even better. 2v2, 2v1. Shotzzy now in an impossible situation. Hydra recovers. Neum and Hydra applying the pressure. Shotzzy smoke. Can he find the legendary moment again? No! Thieves for 3.
What an evil stun from Hydra. One of the best stuns we have seen in this tournament. I mean, just leaves Dashy completely stuck in the mud. We're stuck in the bamboo, stuck in the mud. Really getting our workout outside.
It's about as good as it gets. Man, it's character model with a hand over their face. You know they're affected by that concussion.
Nice. Good shit, guys.
It was indeed a good hit. Optic fans suffering so far in this matchup. Still plenty of COD to be played. 3-0 is not a bad scoreline. Hydra's 5-0 now, fully streaked out. He is having himself a den. Here's the smoke over by B, and Optic are fully committing to this. And starting things off nicely, trades on. Abizi with a smoke of his own on the inside of Den. It is indeed a battle of the wits. Who can catch good timing, who can get a little lucky, and Niam is about to make his own luck with a two-piece. Thieves are destroying Optic on Den.
I mean, whatever happened to Optic from last night to today, is it the time we're playing at? Are there more excuses we can work with? This is two different teams. Optic have yet to find their form.
Oh, wow. I mean, Hydra is having himself a list flank from Niam. It just doesn't get better than that. It cannot. Good round, indeed.
I mean, Optic needed the previous one. They got the first bloods. Things were finally going right. Hydra just good for 2. Dashy left on a donut so far. And Hydra, if you're playing this deep, this is going to be your Hellstorm round.
It's absolutely the call. Waiting for the ability to call it in at the start. And here we go.
And Hydra also carrying the bomb. So interesting to see what Thieves can actually get off of this. Abizi's making the move, but there you go. Dashy's gonna fall. There's the first blood.
As good as you like. Passes the intel across as well. He knows where all those players are. And Niam doesn't hold firm against Shotzi, and now he's on the run. A fast attack here. Hydra still holding it close. Reinforcements in the form of Abizi. A bold and brave challenge forward. Hydra flies at Mercules. Shotzi! Staying alive now, the 1v3. It has got to be simply one of the greatest we've ever seen, and Scrap knows. Don't give him a space. Don't give him a chance. Don't give him a hope in hell. One more round.
Optic fans fear LA Thieves on Den S&D, and this is the final reminder why.
Nice hit. Superb hit. This is one of Abizi's challenges. And watch the Hydra kill. Off the wall, right into the fight. And this was Scrap. That was a ridiculous kill in its own right. Thieves, indomitable on Den.
Removing all doubt. Hydra a perfect 8-0 thus far. That nade might connect.
Well, this spot, simply too much. Dashy finally adds a blemish to that nearly perfect record.
And you do have a cheeky shot in the middle of the map, maybe going to work the late clinch. The job for his team going to be a little bit easier. Dashy watching the flank. Hook needs to get this information.
And Scrap is just begging for a gunfight. Here's the Shotzi flank. Getting closer and closer to it. Damaging the 2 players. At least 1 kill. A fantastic nade from Abizi to stay alive. All now down to A, but he's gone. Optic. The first round on the board.
Yeah, Dashy finally makes his appearance, able to catch Hydra through the wall, sort of trades out that first blood. It would have spelled disaster if not. And then great execution. Shotzi very well timed on the pinch. That is when Optic are at their most successful. That high risk, high reward play style finally gets them around.
I mean, that 5-0 looks very bad. And arguably as bad as it could possibly get right now. The Thieves fans, they are loving this so far. Hydra yet again with the bomb. 2-2 split here from Optic. Thieves teamwork, their chemistry has been sublime. Niam, another first. Ridiculous work from Scrap, the trade ideal.
That's unreal. I mean, Shotzi got the timing to get through for free, but The punishment was Mercules. Now a 2 versus 3 situation for Optic, but Dashy evens the odds. He's working now. That is a 3 spree for Bruce.
Abe shoulders. Not enough to stay alive.
3 spree for Bruce.
Abe shoulders. Not enough to stay alive. Look at this camaraderie between Shotzi and Dashy. The longest running duo. And they have worked their way through the roster.
It's the 9-1 Hydra, though.
Here comes the check. 1 down, 1 to go. Shotzi knows he has to work the time! And it's 2 rounds in a row for Optic. What a duo. What a round.
That is unreal stuff. Shotzi has to sprint at him. Never a fun situation running straight into the clutches of Hydra, but Hydra less prepared than you would expect. And Shotzi moving around this map quicker than Scrap even picked up the pinch. This is a very one.
2-piece. The third man's already gone as well. There's the plant, and Scrap now alone. Dashy has the coverage. Now to the inside of the site. Shotzi saw him on the fadeaway. Wow, the intel is there. We are looking at a 3rd round win. There's simply no hope here for Scrap. Slayed out 3 rounds in a row.
And Shotzi is fearless. I mean, 0 time wasted. A solo mission to go through top window. And this is just, I mean, instantaneous on the play calls. Right behind 2 of them. Gets the comms for the guy in the outer lane to clean up the kill. And of course, the 3 players that were not Shotzi, it is a good work towards the bomb site. I think that might be a little bit of that home cooking, the prep work. About the setups there for 100 Thieves. They found the open route. Well, you had Hydra starting off 9-1. Shotzi has somehow been able to catch him 9-6 on a 6 spree.
6 in a row. Close to a Hellstorm. We've seen how effective they can be. Now Hydra with an A connection now. Shotzi making things happen. But again, the intel passed over. Now the guessing game on the 2-2 split will soon become a 4-man stack.
Yeah, they saw Shotzi towards P2. Thieves say, don't want to deal with that. Let's hit the go button at B.
Try together. Dashy was a big one. A first blood. A bullet away from 2 more. Hook cleans them up. And off the back of the intelligence given, you commit to B with the guns are at the ready and Optic are there lying in wait. Round by round, brick by brick. They have built this house again. It is 5-4.
And Scrap stood tall and just gunned down. Great trades there from Hook. Wins the extra gunfight. And Thieves fans starting to get pretty nervous on this map.
There is nothing quite like it. 4 rounds in a row. 7 kills now for Shotzi. He has the Hellstorm to work with. Again, will he use that? The game plan has been so effective. We will be calling in the Hellstorm here. The rest of the squad slowing their paces. What will happen? As soon as that is called, Thieves will hit the go button of all go buttons and try to seek out those kills.
You see the rest of Optic, they were worried about the pinch initially. Hydra might get overwhelmed. He's going to have to run for the hills. If Easy has to join him on the escape, they're going to be getting shot up. Tagged up through the walls. They have made it to safety. And that bomb is going down.
It's fantastic spacing, though. They're staying safe. It may be a danger close streak, but they are not going to be within the splash damage of it. Here's the counter. Dashy with the pressure. Niam getting involved. Shotzi finding the man through the middle of the map. And now Dashy outside with a pistol. It is all down to Scrap. In a 2v1. 30 seconds on the bomb, and the pinch is here. They've done it! 5 rounds in a row! Around 11. Somehow, some way. A final chance here on Den.
And Shotzi, I mean, just playing lights out Call of Duty at absolute light speed in this moment. They're ironed up. They've made it here. They were down
traded places. Like these first 5 rounds was Hydra getting up close and personal and really confident in Optic's faces. And that's when Shotzi kind of decided, like, okay, we're playing too safe. Like, we're playing too respectful. So he starts abusing some of these open lanes. He just starts full sending it and trusting his ability. And it works out. He goes on that 7 spree. He gets that streak that then is able to push them to that round 11. But Thieves, I was really good adjustment out of them. They decided, okay, if Shotzi's going to keep trying to find the open lane, we're going to widespread the entirety of the map, make sure we have every lane covered. They got the info, and then it was Scrap the equalizer, getting that first kill on that retake. That was huge considering they let the rock go down.
Yeah, early in this map, the difference was just the tin fights. I mean, every single time it was either Hook or Shotzi getting taken down, so need to slow it down a little bit, especially offensively. You saw when they all tried to rush over towards tin, just immediately shut down. So just had to let the rounds develop a little bit more. The adjustment came in a bit too late. Either way, though, I think that was good for Optic, getting some momentum and getting into this series, because up until, that 6th round of this map, it was looking like Thieves all the way.
We were talking in the back about it potentially being a quick day, but a little bit of life coming out of Optic, for which the Green Wall will be very hopeful for. It can spiral into a couple of maps going forward. Felt like in map 1, we're talking about a particular MVP potentially, but let's focus on someone in map 2. Hydra had himself a performance in front of this crowd.
Yeah, he did.
He did. And I mean, we said that coming into this, he was kind of like the player to watch, right? Because now all the French fans are kind of behind him, being the last one left. And for Thieves, especially after that map number 1, their S&D looks incredible right now. I thought it was Respawn that was really going to push them through. But if Hydra keeps playing like this and being a First Blood Demon, which usually we give that name to a BZ, it seems like they might just be hot potatoing it, depending on who they're going up against.
And it's not just Hydra, of course, despite the fact that he has a great map too. Map 1, look. At this point, I don't know how many more times we've got to be saying this young man's name.
Shout out
Niam was delivering in spades. What a performance from him. Of course, we talked a lot about him in this tournament. All the build-up, everything about this side. But have you seen enough inside of this tournament to believe that he's got not only incredible power in the off-season this coming, but also a massive career ahead of him?
Yeah, as the dominoes begin to fall, in the offseason, some super teams are created. And I think a lot of people could look at, 100 Thieves and their champs placing as if, hey, maybe these guys are going to make some huge changes. It does bring in the element of if they were to win this event with Niam's performance, do you consider running it back? At least an option that's at the table. And what we've seen from Niam has been absolutely spectacular throughout this tournament. On that map number 1, to take over, set the tone in front of this crowd against Optic, who have been steamrolling, is so impressive as a rookie. I have nothing but great things to say about
You literally just couldn't ask for anything more. I mean, he was brought in this team to just be a little bit more of a role filler. They were kind of hot-potting, trying to figure out who's going to be that missing puzzle piece. And not only does Niam slot in, he does the dirty work. He fits in perfectly with the core 3, but then he finds his own play style. He becomes their best overload player. Now he's putting up 34 bombs in your map 1s to set the pace. I mean, you can ask more out of a rookie.
No, he's been absolutely phenomenal. I'm sure we've got many things to say about him just yet. But also on that map 1, we talked about the kind of different things that went down and how it might play as a map into Optic's hands. We take a look at this series, we kind of see where it has gone now. You've got ourselves, of course, 2 maps down, 2-0 Thieves. How are you feeling about this coming maps?
Yeah, so let's paint the story here for the Optic fans. Now listen, it is okay. You just have to steal one of these maps in 3 and 4 because you picked maps 5, 6, and 7 in this series. So as long as you get out of the first 4 with 1, you steal one of their map picks because you lost that map number 1. You just have to steal. You can win 5, 6, 7 where you're comfortable on your map pick. So they're not out of this yet. They're not.
Selling the other side of the story, though, that dead S&D, they won versus Thieves in that first matchup. So that is a painful map 2 loss for them. And that Scar was one of their best HP. So Optic's got to pull out something special here.
Yeah, they lost their map pick, which is tough.
No, for sure. It's a difficult one for Optic, down 2-0 early, but signs of life towards the end of the S&D that maybe sends us into an incredible series ahead. Let's find out. Send it over to the boys in the booth.
Thank you so much, team. Wow. Well, the magic is certainly there for Optic. We know they've got it. I mean, that comeback, we were nearly on for one of the greatest of all time. But hey, Thieves said nay. It's definitely in the air here in Paris. It's definitely here on this night in Paris.
Absolutely. An incredibly confident gameplay rolling through for both of these teams. Multiple rounds, they're standing tall and challenging. Hydra sprinting through the middle of the map looking for it. Merc actually sort of runs away from the gunfight for the reposition, and a moment of hesitation at this level will absolutely get you killed. But Nameless, I think, touched on it. Optic have the map picks for 5, 6, 7, 8. So they just need one of the next ones. And hey, they're looking good for the latter half of the series. The dream is never dead. These, of course, though, don't want that green wall to get soaring.
Once it gets rocking, it's difficult to stop it. Exciting prospect, though, for the Thieves. They really do have a crowd behind them. Optic have had a rough year of that. Certainly European shows, not to say that they're not Greenwall fans out here, but they are certainly not the majority at this point in time. Overload so far for Optic, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
And I don't know if Nameless touched on this in the pre-show for this match, but when you're looking at the possession time between these two teams, 100 Thieves actually allow a ton of device possession to the other team. They produce very high-scoring games. Optic are the opposite. They don't necessarily control the device too much, but the other team has a lot of difficulty touching it, and on Gridlock, that is absolutely a major theme.
Yeah, terrifying prospect. Again, middle of the map, this is where the EMP will spawn after every single overload. So right now, worrying about this blue overturned van, we call it bus sometimes in the comms. This is an incredibly important part of the map. Eyes on this for the remainder of the first half. Second half when we get to it. That's right, 5 minutes of play.
Yeah, you're always scared to try to pick this device up. You see Mercules going for it or playing with the idea. You're going for the wall hops because very often it just spells death and disaster once you make that move. And it's just that constant dance battle around P1. You're looking to see if you can get a 3 down, but it has been constant trades. The pinch, though, is good. If anyone's ball game now, it'll be Optic.
Yeah, Shossi's found the window and he's now pressing the advantage. Top left-hand side. Oh, word of the minimap. How is he finding these kills? The pressure now from Scrap. Shotsi's still going. 5 in a row. EMP runs it home as well.
Well, holy smokes. I mean, talk about carrying the momentum from the S&D. Shotzi ends that S&D just about on a 9 spree. Still has the hot hand. He's going to be on a 5. And, I mean, if you're looking at the minimap, you wouldn't know which team is on which side.
Word.
That is a front line and open goal. The rally is easy. Shotzi has not stopped. And the spawns, still a dagger.
Hook is blocking so hard. Those players didn't even fire their guns on the attempt to stop this capture. 7 in a row now for Shotzi. 10-1 finally comes to a close, but the damage has been done. I guess they'll be leaving that side of the map.
And they finally take down Mercules. That was a moment of disaster. Optic, we saw it yesterday when their overload is in form. It is the best in the world. A scary prospect, and Shotzi continues to fry.
This is unbelievable. Is he invisible? Active camo applied right now by Shotzi. Fantastic work on the shots, big in the numbers here for the Thieves. Top left, mid-map. Thieves will have the presence, but they don't have...
Pretty spread and distant game. Neum gets interesting timing to get through. Unfortunately, well, he's actually left the player by, but if he gets 2, his teammates are going to have the numbers.
Well, there we go. Scrap with a pistol. Down. Oog snuffs the play. Abe on the corner. Lovely defense. Thieves are much more concerned about those 2 courtyards now.
Now we're swinging it deep. Shotzi is currently by back bus stop. That's 2 kills in the feed. The device is coming. Scrap trying to make the hero play to stop it.
No idea he's there. And he's managed to get one. NPC in the back pocket. Can he find Shotzi also? No need. The teamwork here. And a run around now from a BZ. Snap on! Wow! The nuke! And he's back on his BS in the spawn. I think he's stuck Hydra as well. What a play! Looking for the 5th in a row. EMP down, and the Thieves somehow survive.
Unbelievable. Device just a little bit too far. Dashido keeping the pressure up. But him and Mercules are going to fall. A little bit of a gift there with the car bomb, and the shots from a BZ are good. That device, just a moment here from the reset. Neum needs to give it away. This is about the time, and Shotzi to go for it, and he's gonna get it.
Wow,
just barely steals it away.
Another steal, 3-0. A minute to play in the first half. And the Thieves, they are scrambling for control. Everywhere you go. Dashi on the corner, Merc finding the kills.
Yeah,
it's gonna be number 4. We're going to half-time early. Any nades in position here, no trophy, no problem. Utter dominance in the first half.
Not even close. Those issues for 100 Thieves. They give away a lot of device possession, and they just left it on the ground in front of that B portal. They overcommitted, started working through the middle of the map. They were trying to set up for the long term. I don't know how close that device was to resetting. It might have been a 0.1 left on the clock situation. Shotzi simply finds a way, and if you're 100 Thieves, at this point, you're expecting to lose this map.
Yeah, I think we... All right, okay, boys, go next. That's not what's happening right now. They are formulating a way to somehow score at the very least 5. But that man on your screen, he is taking Gridlock by the horns. And he has done whatever he wants. 15 and 8,
yeah,
he and Dashi.
I was going to say, we saw all this from Shotzi's point of view. You know, the initial destruction, the first 2 caps they got were his responsibility, but that means Dashi in the background was just frying the entire time.
There's only so many kills we can catch. It's unbelievable work. Shout out the observers. But in the hard yards here, EWC and Dashi, we gave him his flowers for good reason. And yeah, he's putting up the work. Shotzi now through mid. Whoa, so close to the second. Hook caught just by Hydra there. And this is a worthy attempt from 100 Thieves.
Big wins, both Dashi and Mercules ironed up on defense. Slowing this push down, and they're going to take this device away. This is actually a bit of a nervy moment for Mercules. Yeah, you just have the pistol. Now you lose the extra men. A ton of pressure on Shotzi. He's going to fall, and this is looking like it might be a 100-piece score.
Scrap. EMP in hand. Neum on the charge. Can't catch Shotzi out. Dashi there to slow it all down. Optic holds for now.
That's beautiful. That is time wasted. Now less than 4 minutes on the clock, and Optic, they're going to be doing the world tour. Who covers the first lane and wins the gunfight, and this is all about time wasted. Optic are happy to take this slow.
Not a problem in the slightest. You can't let the Thieves get things going because we've seen how decisive they can be on this map, and it's the efficiency we talked about. Certainly a game that's heavy in the possession right now for Optic, but the scoreline, so hard to deal with. Hook, airborne, Hook! Whoa, no two.
Just showing mastery on the map. Wall hops most people don't even know about. Thieves finally clear space, but now just 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the round. They're getting all the kills, but they're going to have to score very quickly, and they're going to need some change.
Yeah, 3 minutes now for at least 4 goals. Try to force the overtime. I mean, that is a distant, distant dream. Shotzi's on the flank. He's causing nothing but issues. What a turn from Scrap, that helps. Can they get this going? So close, yet so far. Hook for 2. And the Miracle Maker on the last kill. Optic go forward.
Number 6, maybe. Well, nope, caught. Yeah, hyper aware is Hook, the human UAV, making the good work. And we are nearly halfway done with this round, and Optic maintaining the device control. They got the pinches going. Shotzi, the rare time he doesn't take a victim. And that'll be a 4 down in LA Thieves' favor. See if they can go for the, gas pedal down, looking to get to 100. And they're spreading the map. I mean, you don't have time to make these kinds of plays.
No, this is a long-term play. Neum needs to get 2 kills here. Optic have played this defensively so well. In a position to wrap back towards mid if they have to, but here goes Scrap. Had to get 2. Middle of the map now, getting a bit dicey. Hydra. Slammed by Hook, the nuke. The nuclear fallout now from this play. It might spell doom. You can go wherever you want, Optic. This is your map to win. 2 minutes to survive.
Yeah, it's another multi-kill from Hook defensively to stop the device. And now it's him and Shotzi working together. Hook's gonna full send into his death, but the damage is done and the trades are good. Optic just needs to continue to slow him down, and they will do exactly that. Merc drops the device guy. Hook there for the follow-up. Light speed off a respawn, and another multi-kill collected.
And he's getting nades. Look at Hook flying. This is devastating. A minute 30. Reset, back to mid. Nobody home. 3 dead, though. Thieves with an advantage. It's just impossible. We'd have to see a similar spawn trap situation that Thieves found themselves in the first half to even get close. And right now, this capture could work out, and it's still not going to be enough.
Yeah, it's going to be 40 seconds of down device time for the reset. Yeah, this game is done. Optic absolutely slaughtered them in the first half, and they have taken care of business defensively on this side. That is clean gameplay. Optic, they finally are going to get involved in this series.
I'm seeing a little bit of laughter, and I think we nearly got a Shotzi. We nearly got a Shotzi buddy shield there. That one capture. I mean, we're calling it over because that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is done. The score will be 2-1 in 40 seconds time, but for now, we're looking at the stats. We're looking at the creative attempts here from 100 Thieves to desperately try to capture. A game of one half. Optic, that 4-0, so decisive. They broke the Thieves into pieces.
Can't believe that car survived for 4.5 minutes on this side. Another look at Hook defensively. This time only able to get 1, and okay, wow, the second capture goes through. We are now officially at stat padding time. I don't know how many times we've seen Overload this year where it's this type of situation, an incredibly rare circumstance, but Optic, listen, man, they have been lights out. You saw their record at the start. Their Overload is world class.
Still perfect. Outrageous display. Optic will be very, very happy with that result, and they are on the board here in the semis.
Just like a scarecrow, they are outstanding in their field.
unexpected mastery of the English language by chance. It starts with one. Can they string them together? These highlights, mostly Shotzi, shooting players in the back. Really, really impressive first half. The most impressive half I've seen of a gridlock overload yet.
Yeah, absolute slaughter. And again, Dashi was just roaming in the background, matching Shotzi's pace. I think the steal that he was able to collect the most impressive score. Shotzi has maybe 3 or 4 of those on the year. I think that's his second on gridlock, where he just finds a way where Thieves are thinking there's no way there's anybody nearby. The device is going to reset. He gets there immediately. Ook hits some of the most insane shots you've seen. That's that sort of 10-second go button there for Shotzi. And can way more than that. Yeah, okay, so Abizi picks it up and actually hits the reset for him, so he got that in plenty of time. The heist is real.
Hey, at least they sort of found the moments there, but wow, crazy, crazy stuff. Well, not as crazy as potentially this next segment could be. Mr. Chambers, take it away.
Miles, we've got a series on our hands here. Make some noise, Optic fans. Make some noise, 100 Thieves fans. We've got a mix. Both sides here at 2-1.
Is on fire. The Great Wall are terrified. Scrap is on fire. The Great Wall are terrified.
Are you terrified?
No, absolutely not.
Tell them why you're not terrified.
Because Hook is now showing up. You know it is. 4-2. 4-2.
4-2?
Maps. No more maps for Thieves.
Why are you guys going to win this? Tell them.
We're the best team, obviously, man. It's just Hydra in final.
Bro, you've got a different shout on every day. Who do you support?
A new team every day. What can I say?
I like it. I like it. Right, come here a sec. I just want to apologise for you anyway, because I made you drink hot tea yesterday, and I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm going to make you drink something instead.
Hey?
I'm making you drink something instead. You're chugging it.
Chugging it?
Chugging it. Come on.
Right, once on the final call, make some noise!
I thought we might get a belch there from Mr. Chambers. That was possibly a carbonated beverage chance.
To have to scream after chugging something is a terrifying thing as a commentator. That is my nightmare.
That could make some noise, Morty. No, not today. A blessing for the ears of everyone around the world. Sorry, headphone users, you knew what you were signing up for. If you watched the COD League, you knew what you were signing up for. So is that new guy. Mr. I buy a jersey every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. 8K. In 8K. That one looking pretty good for Diem. Feels like a long time ago now. This match could certainly go the distance. Scrap is indeed on fire. Are the Green Wall terrified? I'm not sure. After a map like that, it starts to feel real.
Well, if you're looking at the moment of the momentum shift, it was when they were down 5-0 on the Den. They hit the go button. Yes, they did not quite close out that map, but they have been on form since then. And now they're looking to sort of, replicate the dominance they displayed last night. Maybe just had a, like the crust out of their eyes, wake up just a touch, but we're back to the hard point. That is where 100 Thieves have maintained their perfect record (6-0). The Team KD still absolutely elite. And we're going to a Den where 100 Thieves have been the absolute finest. Optic, though, a squad that is very happy to match them.
Here comes the first bit of time. Get it. Scrap nearly getting the turn there. But Optic with the opening seconds here of P1. 20 have already passed by and only 9. Optic managed to steal, but this is a passed by and only 9. Optic managed to steal, but this is a solid setup that you give a window to work with, and Scrap comes from it. Big kill. Thinking about P2 as well, but this flurry of activity will continue. We've got a good sort of 25-30 seconds of fight time here to go for.
Wow, what a night. I mean, that was a moment for Optic where they don't quite read the spawns, but yeah, the detonate actually makes it a little bit interesting. The final 15, Optic will take it from you if you can get it. 100 Thieves are actually just gonna leave it. They're gonna flip these spawns, so maybe long-term this pays off. I think it's always an interesting decision when you just hop off time for 15 seconds. We'll see if in the end, that's going to hurt them, but for the moment, full P2 control.
Yeah, top left of the minimap, 100 Thieves dug in. A 1v1 for the bread. That's going to go the way of the Thieves. Dashi from rooftops. Wow, finds a 2 alongside Shotzi. Now they've entered time. Here comes the contestant. It's not a contestant. It is a one-sided affair. That's the
You got on the page, Dashi wins the gunfight there against the
He's 14 and 9. Dashi sitting there on 16. Shotzi's a little slower in the KD department, but that's not a problem in the slightest when the lead is starting to develop here. Optic far from out of this series.
Unlucky though on the team kill.
Far from out of this series.
Unlucky though on the team kill. Hook trying to refill the exact same position. So you're starting the sequence man down, but Hook might just leave you a man up. Dashi wins the gunfight with the pistol. Expect the trades to roll through, and they're good. Even with the team kill, doesn't make a single bit of difference. That is honestly one of the better hills we have seen this map from either time. That is a sizable chunk of time on P1, and the mystery spawn for Hydra. Hook reads it, stays alive, gets the stun, and guns him down. Optic fully in control.
3 spree for Shotzi on time as well. You are happy to see it all go through. Over the rooftops now come the Thieves. So far, Optic holding firm. Perfect wipe. Wave 1 done.
And every single arrow just turned for the pinch spawns. They decided who going to pick it up, and that's going to be Hook. He might fall, but you still just have so much space on the map. Hydra, right now, just a nuisance, fairly far out of the picture, but you end up losing. Gunfights everywhere, and Shotzi overwhelmed. Hydra finds a way to reset the situation, and he's got 20 kills, and he makes the heads-up play.
Endless back and forth on P2, just the way it goes. Final 10 seconds done. Optic rotation going to be 1. They'll be down by 3 first. Easy, a bit of a tough map for him here on Den. That. $10 and 21 after the nade. Oh, whoa, look at this. Everywhere you go, there is an issue. And Optic have managed to find their way through the rotation and win it yet again. Fleet-footed, stays alive, doesn't fall prey to gravity here. He's getting his kills. And it's going to be a good bit of work here from the Thieves. No one on time. They don't have the numbers. Can they win the gunfights? And so far, the answer is yes. Hydra finding a way onto 2. Shotzi still dancing, and that is a battle won by the Thieves. Hook left alone, but it might not matter.
It took a long time to make it happen. That's a long sequence where 100 Thieves were getting the majority of the kills, but they weren't actually collecting a ton of the time. So all things considered, I think Optic pretty happy about how this hill ends up playing out, and they wipe them away and get the final 15. So yes, make no mistake about it, Optic still firmly in the driver's seat. Dashy wins a gunfight on rotation. Scrap might be out of roofs, but it's Shotzi and Hook there to keep him. That's a great play by Shotzi, though. That takes that Hellstorm away.
A couple of clean kills. A sweet 3 in the feed, just enough now to cause an issue. Shotzi on the contest. Goes high. Connects with a pistol. 3 dead. Immediately Optic are up.
Jeez, they are looking to snap this hardpoint win spree from 100 Thieves, and I think they're going to be able to do it. Mercules, by the way, 32 and 19. I think we might have answered our question. For Optic, it was all just a slow start at the start of the map. Once they started to get the momentum, this has been destructive for the past 25 minutes.
Smacking it. Merc on a 5 at 34 overall. Shotzi on a 4. Hardpoint in the hands of Optic so happily right now. And what a 10 from Hydra. He's having himself an incredibly impressive individual map, not necessarily in the stats department, but always there. Always an issue. Big Bruce! Niam unfortunately steals the 2-piece from him, but the effect is felt. Okie dokie.
Allen.
That's not a nice thing to see in the feed. Nor is that. How are Optic turning it on like this?
Switch fully flipped. 2 men going through the back spawns. Mercules on the outer rim, and he gets taken care of. And if you kill Mercules right now, you're feeling a lot better about your chances. Shotzi gets taken care of. Hook, maybe just that next man in line.
It just somehow strips away your strength with a 2-piece like that. It's just so annoying. And Hook, he has flown like water to power Mercules up for that 2-piece. Now Dashi from the outside patio. Shotzi and Dashi, the dynamic duo, is Batman and Robin, and they are dancing around the point. Dancing around the point here. A little bit of friendly fire there in the old Dick Grayson. 243 to 143. Optic are running it here on Den.
I mean, oh, jeez. Team Mercury, sorry about that, brother. 243, though, to 150. Optic a single break on any of the next 3 hills, and they'll win the game.
Well, we can't quite call it yet. Starting mountain up now for the Thieves. Hydra, lovely damage. Mid-map pressure. Shotzi good for 1. And Niam just staying alive, keeping the play going. Setting up his teammates for success, and that is exactly what you get for the Thieves.
Well, route men get paid. Ooh, Hook was thinking about going distance. He's going to fall. Shotzi, next man in line, going to get dropped. Look at the spawn, though. Number 1, Hook going to spawn on the right side of the map. Hydra halfway reading this, but Optic in the long term now. Rotation's a little bit easier, putting the pressure on the old time, and 1 good break is all they need, and there you go. Optic finally able to call it. They just wanted Merc to get to 40.
All tied up 2-2. After a masterclass beat down there on Den, Optic riding the gridlock wave. The energy is absolutely there for them. And some form of a bit of discordance there on the stage for the Thieves. 100 Thieves with an opportunity here to find themselves, again, a very, very difficult spot. Down 2. Everything was going great for them. Now Optic are up.
It's a momentum shift. Again, down 5-0 in that search and destroy. And since that moment, yes, they did not get the round 11, but it has just been an ass whooping.
We love a whooping here in the COD League, don't we, Chris?
You know I do. Well done by Optic to bounce back. I thought they were going to get smoked until the second half of that search and destroy. They came alive, and now they've run it up to a split halftime. Welcome in, everybody. We got Rosalie and Enigma in the studio with me. I'm Chris Puckett. To break things down, I want to start with you, Rosalie.
Yeah?
What did you see from the green wall? It looks like other than Mace, everyone else is waking up, but that 40 bomb is impactful.
I mean, you needed it. I mean, we know what Mace is capable of doing, especially on weekends like this, and I feel like it was kind of just, we were waiting for it to happen, and this is when they needed it on this Den hardpoint, because it hasn't been looking that strong so far this weekend, and for Optic, this is a huge momentum shift, because once they get going, that's when we see the best of them, when they are confident, when they are flying out. The breaks throughout the entirety of that map were perfection from the side of Optic.
Yeah, so efficient as well, especially that second set of rotations. Felt like they were very much locked in, clean out of P1, P2, and particularly that P3, when it looked like Thieves were starting to build their way back into it. Chance called it during the cast. A lot of kills that went Thieves' way, but you continue to make it scrappy. If you were Optic, continue to just flood nades, bang out trades, and do your best to avoid Thieves getting any route back into the match.
Speaking of scrap, I love to see the man when he's super confident, but when he's playing from behind, that's when I start to worry about him. He's been on teams that have been kind of just rolled over in the past. So, Allie, what do you need to see from him in particular in 100 Thieves moving into a game number 5?
I think they just need to take a beat. I think when they came out in this series and they kind of handled them that opening hardpoint the way they did, they kind of got a little confident and ahead of themselves. And then you go into that search and destroy, Optic come back with 5 in a row. You close out that round 11, but then you get handed to you in the gridlock overload. So I think maybe just caught off guard a little bit. They need to just take a beat here in this break and come back out swinging.
Let's take a look at that overload because, as you mentioned, Optic came out rolling. They score 4 quick. And who is leading the way? Well, it's the old men on the squad. Shotzi up the gut, Hook on the sides, and then, of course, Dashy over the shoulder. They were able to roll one after the other. Enigma, how are they so successful on the offensive pushes?
I think that you have that element of Shotzi where he is able to get lost and break the lines. You have the way we play Overload, it's very much so setting yourselves up in formations, essentially, and playing around one another. He's not going to let you do that. He gets in around the bag. You think you've got a defensive blocker in place. That's all of a sudden ripped away from you. The foundation of your defensive setup doesn't exist when someone like Shotzi gets lost on the map, and him getting active like that set Brandon up to look phenomenal as he has it all the way through the overloads in this tournament.
And also, they just play this gridlock so incredibly well. I think my frustrations with the way teams approach Overload on this specific map is they just try to headbang through the front without having a lot of pressure, but Shotzi and Hook feel at home in this map. This is one of the best maps for them as far as those close quarter fights go, and as far as that pressure goes. They're happy to full send it past the 70-yard line and get in your face and hit that spawn trap and be that lead blocker and play their lives incredibly well when they are behind enemy lines. And that's what makes them one of the most annoying teams in Respawn.
They've been to every single grand final, but I saw someone in the chat saying Hook is playing for his spot on the roster going into MW4. That was after about a .57 game number 1. He popped off in the game 3, and you saw his contribution on Den Hardpoint. Expectations for Optic moving forward. Are they the first to 3, or is Hacienda going to belong to the 100 Thieves?
Well, that's the thing. So this is definitely a head-on-head battle for both these teams. They both love Hacienda Search and Destroy. You lean a little bit towards Optic because of their comfortability there in the past couple weeks of the regular season, but Thieves don't mind it either.
No, definitely not. I mean, it's weird looking at this map set as well. When they last played in Paris, there's only one change from the map set, and it is going to be this. We're going to get a good look at them here on this S&D coming up, and I think it's a must-win for Optic. You take this if you're Thieves. The last 2 maps in this series, they were both played in Paris. They both went to Thieves. They'll be confident if they can get a hold of that pendulum momentum yet again.
We've got plenty more Call of Duty still to come here on this stage. In the meantime, let's check in with Ginny because I hear more birds are falling out of the sky. What's going on out there?
of course, besides the fact that we're COD as well as PUBG Mobile, some Rocket League LCQ, some CS2 LCQ, we also have Siege going on right now where teams are battling for the last remaining slots to go into the top 8. So Gabe is kind enough to join us and give us an update on what is going on over here.
I mean, you just missed probably the biggest upset. Team Secret, currently the Esports World Cup champion from last year, was last place in EML in their league, where Falcons were #1. One of their players leaving that roster, who was Joom, just got knocked out of the tournament, as well as Falcons, and Secret have the chance to be able to defend their title and will be on the main stage.
That is absolutely incredible.
Insane.
Unexpected. What happened? How did they do that?
I mean, it was a
close?
blowout. It was a 7-5 and then immediately into a 7-3, and it was a little bit of a poetic justice. Noah and Mowgli, 2 MVPs back-to-back to send Falcons out of the tournament, send Joom out of the tournament. Again, a little bit of poetic justice coming through here at EWC 2026.
That's quite sad for Falcons side of things because they've already been knocked out of COD yesterday, which means a couple of points for them for the top 8, but that's about it. No points that are going to be gathered here over for Siege, so they're going to be relying on the next few titles. I do see the 2 teams setting up behind us, and in the corner of my eye, I spotted Liquid. What are we expecting here? Because I know it's Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid, you know, they're no stranger to this competition. They're world champions in their own right. They did switch from that Furia roster into Liquid now, but they are going against Keg Barrel, which is the current Japanese roster representation here. But if you look back all the way to Reload, you pay attention to Siege, they were the ones that knocked them out of the tournament, and they have yet again to be able to knock them out of a very, very big tournament.
Well, the storylines keep writing themselves, and of course, we're going to keep you updated on those as well.
Thank you very much, team. Gosh, a lot happening here at EWC 26, including these two absolutely smacking each other.
Right next to each other. I mean, almost dead even in every single category except for the S&D. Oh. Make no mistake, though, Mercury's fully capable to bounce back in that game mode. He has been lights out, and obviously Perk 40 just made the guest appearance on that den.
Ever since he is back, I think we are looking at a spicy position in the Search and Destroy. We'll find out how that goes momentarily, Chance.
Absolutely.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we indeed shall.
We intend to, together.
As always.
As always.
Looking forward to it.
I also am looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a fantastic game.
Hydra shooting his gun.
Hydra has done what he's done every year, which is now the story. Late season, Search and Destroy prowess, he only gets better. I don't remember when you first brought it up. I think it might have been around MW2.
The year before last, because I remember talking about it on a red card. Whatever game that was.
Was
that last year?
No. Well, yes, it was. That was Black Ops 6 last year.
Red card was Black Ops 6?
Yes, it was. We're playing Black Ops 7 now.
Oh my god.
You know what game we're playing next year?
MW4.
Black Ops 8. Let's get it.
First blood already secured. Mercury's on Hydra. Shut down that Reaper. That is why we bring up those head-to-head matchups. Bomb plant. Nice shots from Scrappy, even though the odds, we got a 3v3.
Once that smoke clears, we're going to start throwing hands. There it is. 2v2. Oh, my word. Them shots are nice. They're real nice. Abizi back on it. 2p set from Shotzi, I believe. He managed to catch the other player as well. First round, Optic.
Quick and efficient. First blood, just a bang out on that A site. No trophies, but they were simply not needed. Optic able to just run him over and, yeah, challenging with confidence. I think Hydra not prepared for the quickness. Yeah, Scrap even to the odds, but in this smoke, you're just trying to go at light speed. Abizi might found the route, but he's just there to get some trades. A nice pinch route from Shotzi. And when they hit perfectly.
Ever since Gridlock, he's been on the routes. Route Man's bank account right now, flush. 2 there early on for Shotzi. Thieves on the attack here. A lot of presence now being shown towards the A side of the map. Here from the window, we will be getting involved. Lovely spot there from Mercury. What a dirty little angle he finds it. Overwhelmed. The guns of Scrap now brought to the forefront. And Mr. Shotzi indeed on a route. On the other side of the map, Niam. Oh dear, he should be on the other side of that. Yes, he is. 2v2. Now all down to Shotzi, and again, his whereabouts entirely unknown by the Thieves.
Yep, it's just guesswork. They might as well plant the bomb and force him to come to you.
Bomb planted 2v1. Both of them looking the right direction for now. He's gone outside the map. A route found. There's the first man. Gets away with it. The smoke and joke now begins. What will Abizi do? He will go for the check. Just through the smoke. Catches him out. What a heads-up play from Abizi.
Yeah, crowd trying to show their influence, but at the same time, Abizi has more S&D reps than just about anybody else in the league. He was very quick to get back in the picture. I think anyone that's paid attention to Abizi's gameplay in the past few years know he will absolutely sprint at you. Even after his teammate falls, he does not waste any time.
So more of a real front. There's like 17 Optic fans here. They're not that loud.
And for the information for the Optic fans, because I know they might be curious as to post champs with, you know, the glitch spots we had rolling through, they are patched. So no longer going to be an issue here today.
Deuce, 1-1. All square. Lovely nade. Not an easy one to throw. Try it at home, I dare you. You won't. It's a filthy angle from Hydra.
He is the biggest credit we have in the league.
I thought it was Pred. It is Hydra. Look at him. Right back at it. Even if he doesn't necessarily catch a player from that angle, he's got the option here. Oh, yeah, here we go, mate. Just check it. Go on, son. One spotted out. No way he gets that. The smoke and the instant attack. Hydra is having some sort of round here, folks. 30 seconds. He still has the option to clutch this one up. Merc in the middle of the map. What an attempt. 1v1 for Niam. 15 seconds. It's an absolute classic spot. But Shotzi's gone low. He's not gone higher now. The defuse. Easy reads. Those 17 voices ring it out here in Paris.
Move my mic away. At the same time, for Niam, 17 seconds left on the clock. He is basically just forced to make that play. No great option.
Yeah.
Too many spots to check. You're just going for the hope and a prayer. Well, you had Hydra with the cruddy spot over towards fences. Shotzi doing a similar thing near the fountain. And I think ultimately just the clock, the biggest enemy there of 100 Thieves in this round. They're able to find some of these kills immediately after the post plant, but just not enough time in the end.
2-1. This might be a bit of a bang out. We're going in. Merc upstairs. Running into a lot of trouble. Those are beautiful shots from Scrap. Superb damage. Shots with a walking away with the first. But not for long. Hydra takes a filthy route here in BO7.
Good aggression.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hydra now. 1v2. And he's hot on the heels of Dashi. But currently bombless. That's on the other side of the map. He has got quite the journey to make, but he has the time to do it.
He's going to be doing the tour around the Arc de Triomphe, Eiffel Tower. He's going to see it all.
He's got tickets for the Louvre. We'll be having a little look at the Mona Lisa.
And his home.
He can pass by Notre Dame as well on the way back. What a fantastic day in Paris for Hydra.
It's good sunshine, enjoying the fountain. Well, there's the information. Now he can calculate and make the play.
Number one, gone. Number two, now maneuvering. Oh, my word. Does he want this? Dashi's not as close as he thinks. Dashi's actually not really moving just yet. Another corner to be found. Will he check it? Will Hydra look right? What? Delectable. God. What a lovely day in Paris for Hydra.
And take a look at the reaction time. I mean, Hook makes a nice play up top, but this is just